In January, I wrote to you to explain that our fiscal policy is on an unsustainable path. I'm writing again to you now to explain why you should care. As our fiscal policy evolved from running secularly balanced budgets in the 1950s and 1960s to persistent deficit spending so far in the 21st century, our capital investment has been cut in half as a percentage of GDP. Now, to be clear, capital investment means building roads and bridges, water and electrical infrastructure, factories and industrial robots, and the investment for the future, including microchip foundries, cloud storage, and AI tools. This sort of investment enables growth. What does slower growth mean? Well, consider a typical 22-year-old graduate from one of our public universities this spring. Her starting salary is about an average of $75,000. I say her because nearly 60% of our college graduates these days are, in fact, female. If her earnings grow through her career at the 1.3% rate of per capita GDP in the 21st century, she'll retire in about 50 years with an annual salary of about $140,000 per year. Now, if instead of growing at 1.3%, her earnings were to grow at 3%, the rate of growth in real per capita GDP that we enjoyed in the 1960s when we were saving and investing twice as much as a percentage of GDP as we are now, her earnings would grow to $330,000 upon retirement, well more than double the growth in annual earnings versus growing at the 1.3%, which is the per capita GDP rate we've experienced in the 21st century with half as much savings and investment as in the 1950s and 60s. Now, I know that few of our kids are spending their time crunching numbers on savings and investment and compound growth rates of real per capita GDP. Nonetheless, I think they sense that our irresponsible fiscal policy choices have dramatically reduced the growth of their prosperity. Is it any wonder that our young voters are in a sour mood? I've so far tried to explain what our fiscal problem is, but that's not enough. We also have to figure out how to solve the fiscal problem. I look forward to writing to you in coming months to explain how we can reorient our fiscal policies so that they encourage savings and investment, that they help us increase the strength of our economy and resume the sort of growth and prosperity that we enjoyed in the latter half of the 20th century.